Hi, my name is Leslie Williams and I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a target victim and activist concerned in the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which is also called gang stalking. And the very names of these crimes in itself might make somebody feel afraid in reference to just the description of them, because stalking has got a crime inferences attached to them and crime definitions attached to them, and so does gang. So you might automatically deduce that when you watch my video, because this is going to be a video that in relation to its nature, the type of video I'm making right now is not really a video that's ever been made before by me. A couple times, somewhat, but nowhere near as much as this one. Now, I'm hiking in California. I'm a target victim and activist concerned in the criminal expeditions of what is known as gang stalking, which is also called organized stalking. Organized stalking and gang stalking can be thoroughly researched on the internet in reference to what type of crime it is, the factual reality that it's happening. It's happening to hundreds of thousands of Americans right now in real time in every state in the United States. And it has been discovered by me and many other targets of this crime that this is nothing but organized crime that's in the system at every level, in every state in the United States. And basically what they're doing is operating on the same templates of protocols and methods towards every targeted individual. Even entire families can be gang stalked. But here's the thing, it's really nothing but a program that's based on deception. They want targeted individuals to think that they're being stalked by a big, gigantic gang. It's not. And it's not gang members at all. It's nothing but community-based harassment that is achieved by individuals that are in the system, that are managing it, perpetrating it, hosting it, and protecting it. By getting 80% of the harassment, I believe, that I experience is done as a result of duped community members who have been lied to about targeted individuals. You can go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger" for a preliminary introduction in reference to how easy it is to get anybody in the community to do anything for a person that has a badge and is telling them a lie even though they don't know it's a lie, towards an innocent woman who's in a grocery store. Now that's a good preliminary introduction in reference to how they can dupe anybody in the community to do anything for them. Now, they don't just operate in these ways. They have syndicated members. They can make a phone call to somebody at a church and say, and this person can either be pretending that they got a power position in the community or can actually have one, and say, look, we're trying to run this person or that person out of town because we suspect they're involved in illegal activity and we can't prove it right now, so we'd rather wash our hands of them, and so we just want to send them a message so maybe they'll leave town. And then as a result, and so then they'll say, do you have anybody available that can get in their car and go to this certain place and harass this person in a certain way, okay, with sensitization methods, even though the people who are being told to do this more than likely don't even know about gang stalking, organized stalking, or the fact what they're doing is sensitization methods. This in turn makes a target feel stalked, because every person that is told to harass a target every single day is harassing a target. They're using different people every day, but each person they use is told to do the same thing. That in turn makes the target feel that a big, gigantic group of people are after them, because everything that they're experiencing by different people every day is the same thing. Usually words, phrases, physical gestures, or specific types of sounds that the target has been deliberately sensitized to. But these are not the only things that happen to a target. They also use syndicated members as well for assaults, rapes, breaking and entering, staged vehicle accidents, and all of it's protected by the system. At the district attorney's office, the prosecutor's office, police officers, judges, firefighters, doctors, lawyers, you name it. It's organized crime in the system. Okay, now I'm a good woman. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. I came back to California on August 8, 2011 for the first time since 2006. When I was out here in 2006, I was out here between 1 and 38 days. I was not involved in any illegal activity in 2006 either, or criminal activity whatsoever either. I was being subject to gang stalking in 2006 when I was out here between 1 and 38 days, and I wrote some email files. In fact, they're right over here. concerning some of the things that I was experiencing, but I didn't mention gang stalking at all. I did mention stalking in one of them, but I did mention gang stalking because I didn't yet have a name for the crime that was happening to me. At that time, I thought it was just some friends of some people that I used to know from Michigan who had highly respectable jobs and respectable community involvement. You know, they were involved in respectable community environments, like churches. An elder of a church was one of the persons who was one of the main perpetrators towards me in Michigan. Yes. Now, so at that time in 2006, I just thought that I had been stalked by friends of friends to California, trying to get me to go back to Michigan. Until I discovered that some of the individuals who were engaging in the same type of gaslighting I experienced in Michigan out here in California had California licenses because they were checking out library material in front of me while I was waiting in the line at this Point Loma Library. That's when I started putting it together that there was something bigger going on here than just some freaks from Michigan having their friends stalk me here to California. I had no idea. I finally left on, it was either November 5th or 6th, 2006, back to Michigan, where I was gang stalked on a fever scale every single day, everywhere I have went, throughout the whole duration of the time that I have spent everywhere that I have went, every single day, non-stop, until I came back out here on August 8, 2011. As a result of me knowing that I was gang stalked out here in 2006 and then gang stalked back to Michigan for the whole duration of time that I spent between when I went back and then came back out here again on August 8, 2011, I made a decision in my mind to not associate myself with one person personally at all, on any social relationship at all, at any level. The acquaintance level, the friendship level, the intimate level, not at all. Because it was my goal and my intention to catch the crimes that were happening to me out here in the same exact way that I eventually caught them in Michigan before I left. Yes, I developed my own strategies to catch them, and which I have, undisputably. So, as a direct result of making sure that I did not associate myself with anybody at the friendship level, the acquaintance level, or the personal level, I decided to make because I didn't want to be able to give the perpetrators, if they were going to have me gang stalked out here again, any excuse to hook that excuse into any evidence that I obtained by saying, well, this person's doing that because they know you, or this person's doing that because you told them this or that about you. Yeah, because this is what they do. They try to get you to open up about who you are and about maybe even the crimes that have happened to you, so they can call you crazy, and then even use these people as witnesses. If you don't, you can go to Google right now and type in intimate infiltration and gang stalking or organized stalking. If they will infiltrate even the most intimate relationship that you can have with the individual, sexual, do you honestly think that they will not try and infiltrate friendship circles, marriages, families, friends? They will, because they do. These people have developed these schemes that are based on deceit, lies, slander, and using their employment descriptions to aid and abet with it. Remember the video, Listen to a Stranger. Now that is only an extremely preliminary introduction in reference to these crimes. So as a result of me wanting to make sure that, see, I had already developed the strategies to catch them, which were extremely, extremely effective in Michigan. It got so bad to the point in Michigan to where I was exposing them left and right all over the place, wide out open all over the place, that a certain police department had to literally beg me to leave. Literally. And they were responsible for a huge portion of the torture and the sexual exploitation that I experienced in Michigan, and they will answer for their crimes one day. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. Now, so these strategies that I developed in Michigan, okay, that I started implementing around 2008, 2009, have been brought here to California, and California has been boxed in. They have been boxed in. Undeniable, undisputable, physical, tangible proof that is huge in its amount, black and white, in reference to it cannot be disputed with any excuse, reason, nothing. Nothing can be applied to the reason. But I have over 600 audio files in my possession right now that literally show flat out, wide open gang stalking of me. Flat out, wide open. Wide open. Okay? I also have in my possession two separate audio files of two separate incidences that happened on two separate dates. One of them being on 1/28/2012, three individuals, three teenagers, admitted they were put on a bus route to engage in gang stalking of me, towards me, concerning me. And when they admitted it, a digital tape recorder was running. It caught what they admitted to. That audio file was uploaded to the internet, and you can go to it by going to YouTube and typing in "learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass." Okay? I'll repeat that again since I caught. You can go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass." Three teenagers were put on a bus route I was already on, the 928 bus route on 1/28/2012, to engage in behaviors that I was already exposing online. Now, what they admitted to is in a video that was made 2 months before. In the description of that YouTube video shows me at a bus stop. The video that's in the description of that YouTube video of the three teenagers that admitted they were put on a bus route to engage in specific behaviors, there's a video in the description of that YouTube video. That video is a video that I made at a bus stop that's actually even dedicated to that bus route that they were put on 2 months later. Shows me explaining in part where I was being harassed at universities and how I was being harassed. Hands to face, hands to mouth, hands to nose. If you don't understand that yet, in time you will. It's called sensitization methods, physical gestures. Okay? 2 months prior. Now, when you click on that YouTube video and then witness my statements, cross-reference the statements to the published date of that video, and then look at the published date in reference to those three teenagers being caught, you'll see that the three teenagers were caught after the fact. And there's also another video that's online, and I don't know the name of that by heart yet because I didn't even name it until almost a year later. Okay? And I didn't know it was on there because I was making so many videos and uploading them so much that I didn't even, the great majority of my videos aren't even titled yet. Okay? So anyways, there was another video that was made a month before that one showing me stating I was putting up with the same exact behavior by USD staff and students, and that video was literally made on USD campus. Okay? I'm eventually going to put that video inside of the description of that YouTube video as well. The second set of proof I have that's online. The proof I have in reference to what I have and what's online is not even 0.001 of the proof I have. And the proof online is astronomical. Alright, go to YouTube and type in 202 or 2/20/13. Learning disabled woman catches another gang stalker admitting sensor harass. This was an individual who admitted that a San Diego police officer put him on a corner to engage in gang stalking. Flat out, wide open. Flat out. And that happened within 45 minutes to 60 minutes after I left the San Diego District Attorney's Office on the same date. I went there to inquire, to ask them why they did not reply to 3 emails that were sent to them on 3 separate dates concerning the fact that I was assaulted on an MTS bus and that MTS sent me a video that was altered. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman catches brutally assaulted on MTS bus." Yes, the video is altered. Look at the back door, it's on the wrong side of the bus. The rail that holds the mirror is on the wrong side of the bus and the mirror is backwards. And that in that short 2-minute video, you can clearly see where I was sitting at and where the perpetrator was sitting at that assaulted me before the assault. Where we were sitting at is totally opposite in reference to where we were really sitting at. The day of that assault, in reference to where he was sitting at and where I was sitting at, is on the other side of the bus. So is that why they altered? Is that why the back door and the rail that holds the mirror and the mirror that's backwards is on the wrong side of the bus? Because we are sitting on the wrong side of the bus in the video, because we weren't in real time sitting on that side of the bus in reference to what the video is showing, in reference to where we were really sitting at. So why won't the San Diego Police Department or the District Attorney's Office investigate the fact that MTS sent me an altered video of me being assaulted? Think about this. If I was assaulted on any bus route, not being a target of gang stalking or organized stalking or whatever you want to call it, if I was not a target of these crimes, okay, and by the way, the individual that did assault me had been on that same exact bus route many days before on separate occasions and had engaged in gaslighting, gang stalking, sensitization methods towards me, including the day of the assault. That's why they only sent a video that was only 2 minutes long, and that in part is the reason why they altered it. Okay? Now, what was I stating? Just bear with me for a minute. I had one of those brain freezes. Think about this. If you're on a bus and you're assaulted by a person for whatever reason they perceive to, to conclude that they're going to assault you for, why, and then the bus company sends you a video of the assault, and then you witness you being assaulted. You're going to say, okay, that was a guy assaulting me, or that was a woman assaulting me, or whatever, the gang that's assaulting me, or whatever. But you wouldn't get an altered video by the bus company, would you? So why would MTS send me a video of me being assaulted but alter the video if they weren't involved in the assault? My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth concerning the factual realities of these organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions. When you look at that video and you witness the back structure of the bus in reference to how it's altered, if that ain't enough, listen to this. You can go to YouTube, you can go to the same video, Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted at MTS Bus, which Cop Block posted on their website. Numerous other places posted on their website, even a professor over at USD, where I was being gang stalked on a feverish scale, Eric Pearson, who is a professor in communications that specializes in videos and images, posted it online on First Post. And when he originally posted it, his name appeared on the First Post website, okay, that you could click on. That's been scrubbed off the internet, but I printed it. Okay, that's how I know the person's name who put it on First Post originally. He saw the video online, and he posted it on First Post. So who scrubbed it off of First Post in reference to his name being the responsible party that saw it and then published it? Because they didn't want anybody to be able to backtrack to see who Eric Pearson was, a professor in communications who specializes in videos and images. He viewed it and saw that it was altered, and so he posted it on First Post. The government went and scrubbed it, took it off. But I got the printout still. Anyways, they were told, the San Diego police were told that it was altered. They were told that a professor over at USD saw it and posted it on the internet as well. And the San Diego District Attorney's Office was told by me that MTS sent me an altered video of me being assaulted. Nobody has investigated and won't investigate it. But listen to this. When you go to YouTube to look at this video of me being assaulted, it's titled Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus. Look at what's in the description of that YouTube video. A blog. Click on it. And then once you get into it, once it opens up, look at an attached PDF link that's inside the blog titled Assault 11. Once you click on that, you will see that that assault was predicted 11 days before it occurred in an email file, which was printed and scanned, attached in a PDF link, in a PDF file, and then uploaded to the blog. Now, what's the likelihood of me predicting that I'd be assaulted on a bus, on public transportation, 11 days before one occurs, if this wasn't already going on, in reference to me being gang stalked on public buses? MTS was already being feverishly blogged about before that assault, online. And gang stalking and cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. It was a retaliation assault. It was also a retaliation assault because I went down to the San Diego District Attorney's Office 36 hours before that assault and told them that I was a human trafficking target and that I already knew the San Diego police had been involved in gang stalking of me in the past, including in 2006. I also told them, I gave them a flyer showing that the fire department engages in gang stalking. She asked me where the harassment was happening at. I told her on the 928 bus route, for the most part, okay? And the 928 bus is where I was assaulted 36 hours later, which was actually the first bus route I got on after I went home that day from the DA's office, because I went to see her on a Friday, and I didn't take any bus routes over that weekend. And then the next Monday morning, I got on that bus route for the first time and was assaulted. Yes. So ask yourself these questions. Why won't the DA's office and why won't the San Diego police investigate the fact that this video was altered? And the video was already altered 9 days after the assault happened, because I was told on the 19th or the 20th of October, 11 days after the assault, by Laura Zizzo, a San Diego Police Eastern Division police detective, that she witnessed the video and that it was only 2 minutes long. The video you're seeing online is only 2 minutes long, so that told me that they hurried up and altered it within 9 and 11 days after the assault. Yes. So, the reason why this video is being made is because I wanted to let fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegoans, fellow Californians, and fellow La Jollans to know, my name is Leslie Williams. I'm learning disabled, but I know how to take care of myself. Okay, I used to be married. I'm not involved in any illegal activity whatsoever, or any criminal activity whatsoever. I am not crazy in any way, shape, or form. I am not violent. I am not a threat to myself or others. But I am being provoked as a result of being harassed along every single one of my routes, everywhere I go, in the same exact way. Either through organized stalking, gang stalking, sensitization tactics of using um, what is known as anchored physical gestures or directed conversation methods. And these can be Googled to gang stalking, and you'll come to understand what it is. The first thing to do is, the best thing to do is research sensitization, and then research sensitization and directed conversation method, and then physical gestures. And if you do your extensive research in this, you will become aware that these are factual realities in reference to them being actual, real methods of organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions. And it's all over the internet. That this crime is happening in the same exact way to hundreds of thousands of Americans in each state. Excuse me. This crime is happening to hundreds of thousands of Americans, and it's happening in each state in the United States. Okay? Now, I can't get an attorney because these individuals are syndicated at the federal, state, and local level. When I first came out to California, the first thing I wanted to do was buy a bike. So before I came to California, I looked up some travel routes. I gotta make this really fast because this video only allows me to make a 29-minute video at a time. To make a long story short, I ended up hiking behind the Walmart over at Stonecrest Plaza. Okay? And it turned out to be, I was hiking 200 feet away from San Diego FBI, where I was also gang stalked while I was at that hiking area. Yes, they got up on the hill and would engage in gang stalking methods to make me feel harassed. Once I got inside my tent at night, they're doing the same thing here at this hiking area as well. What you got to remember is 80% of the harassment I experience is by duped community members. Yes. So, do you really think that the San Diego FBI wanted to be known that I was, basically, you might as well just say, all gang stalking targets say they're being tortured because what's happening to them on a daily basis is torture. We're harassed everywhere we go, non-stop everywhere we go, in the same exact way. Now, think about this. I have over at least 600 audio files of gang stalking and, oh my God, being constantly repeated around me, constantly, every single place I go. Even when I went to Yucca Valley for 1 week, and Yucca Valley is 167 miles away from San Diego. I went out there to see a David Larson. I wasn't able to be able to connect with him. I realized it, and so came back here. Okay? David Larson is also another targeted individual in Yucca Valley, California. So I came back here. The whole week when I was out there in Yucca Valley, the same exact method was utilized around me everywhere I went. Everywhere I went in Yucca Valley. Now I got over 600 audio files of the same exact tactic being utilized around me every single place I go for the whole time duration of while I'm at each place I go. Gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk, gang stalking, gang stalk. Oh my God, gang stalk, weird, crazy. Oh my God, gang stalk. Being constantly said around me everywhere I go for the whole duration practically of every place I go in reference to the time duration of while I'm at any place I go to. Now what's the likelihood of that occurring if nobody knows me by name, and if most of my 98% of all my blogs and YouTube videos are titled Learning Disabled Woman? How do they know I went out to Yucca Valley? So why won't the San Diego police make a police report? And since these organized crime syndicated members are at the federal, state, and local level who are perpetrating these crimes and protecting them, they have the power to influence lawyers, law firms, yes, to either not take my case or to botch the case. Yeah, so it'll be dismissed in court. Yes. Connie Marshall, she was another targeted individual from Louisville, Kentucky. Look what happened to her. You can YouTube her. Macy Monroe, she went through hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees trying to get her job back because she witnessed a crime in a literal government position. Crime that was affecting the community at large in reference to toxic waste being dumped in the waterway. She did the right thing and they had her gang stalked for it, caused her to lose her job because of it, blacklisted her for employment because of it, and then when she tried to get her job back, the attorney fees cost her hundreds of thousands of dollars. She lost and never got her job back or any other job. This is the depth of these crimes, okay? Literally, to where they're so blatant, they will use anybody and everybody, literally in your face give you proof, because I predict what I'm going to hear along my route before I leave for the day. I then leave, and what I predict comes true, and it's caught on audio file. They're blatantly doing it right around me. Blatantly, okay? So who gives them this reassurance that these crimes won't be prosecuted? The DAs. That's who. The police that they're syndicated to. That's who. So my life is totally destroyed on a daily basis. They'll gang stalk you to apartment buildings, houses, motel rooms, hiking areas, businesses, universities, public libraries. Everywhere I go, I am subject to the same exact method that's caught on these audio files. So, if you had over 600 audio files of gang stalking being at least 600, okay, being set around you everywhere you go, even after you predict you're going to hear it before you get to the places you go to that it's caught at, and you can't get no help, then how can any American citizen believe they got constitutional rights or any rights that are guaranteed under the Bill of Rights? So what I do is I make these videos in the hopes that an unsyndicated lawyer who cannot be intimidated, bribed, or colluded with will see my video. Okay? Because this altered video that MTS sent me, that is online right now, is undisputable evidence that they obstructed justice in reference to materials of discovery evidence. That right there itself is a crime, and as a result of that being a crime, and the District Attorney's Office not investigating, or the San Diego Police, that makes this crime continuing past the two-year statute of limitation in reference to the original assault. Because they obstructed justice in reference to the materials of discovery evidence concerning the crime. The District Attorney's Office did, the San Diego Police did, and MTS did. All three committed felonies. Okay, now the District Attorney's Office was notified by me by email, and they were notified by me in person, so was the San Diego Police Department. And MTS knows they sent me an altered video, and all you gotta do is look at the video to see it's altered. So I'm asking for help from an uncorrupted lawyer, okay? From somebody who cannot be approached, and from somebody that can help me get some exposure. So in case I do get some uncorrupted legal assistance, the District Attorney's Office won't try and screw them. The uncorrupted lawyer I get. Yeah. This is what I gotta live through on a daily basis. Being harassed along all my routes, threatened. They threaten to steal my property here at this hiking area. They get up on the sidewalk and will ride their bikes by and say gang stalking. Just duped community members who are duped to remind me that I'm a target of this crime by getting around me and constantly on a non-stop basis everywhere I go repeating the name of the crime that's happening to me to keep me in a psychological trauma effect in reference to the fact that I am a target of this crime and the victimizations that have happened to me because of it. Okay, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. I was looking to hire Mary Frances Prevost, but organized stalking, gang stalking targets have their emails intercepted and rerouted. Email replies are faked. Our cell phone calls are hacked and rerouted, and they'll even hack into this cell phone, okay, and be able to see who I'm calling, okay, and then then what they'll do is reroute the call to them, pretend to be the law firm I'm calling, and this can be Googled. Cell phone call or phone call rerouting. They will literally reroute my phone call to a law firm, pretend to be them, get me to open up about what's happening to me, and then say we can't take your case. This is done to get me to relive the experience and then to make me feel powerless that I can't get no help. This is literally how they operate, and that factual reality can be Googled. So my name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I am not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. I am not crazy in any way, shape, or form, and I am not a threat to myself or others. I am being provoked along all my routes every day, including at businesses, including by business employees, staff, and security, through creative, overt means, sensitization methods. I am being gang stalked at UCSD, public libraries, all businesses I go to, and this hiking area. And I'm letting you know now. And I'm looking for a lawyer or a private investigator who might be able to help me. I need help. Because these individuals are directly connected to human trafficking and racketeering. And I need help. So my name is Leslie Williams, and I'm asking you for help today. But don't even bother approaching me or sending me an email or anything if you're trying to dupe me, because I'm pretty good at snipping.